Hi there. If you're here, I hope it's because you're working on the project Hinges, Wings, and Flying Things, and you've reached the part about AI, or artificial intelligence. Some things are just a little easier to show you on video, so just creating this as a complement to the book to give you a hand. The first thing we're going to have to do, as mentioned in the book, is go to a website called Google Teachable Machine. I'm terrible at typing in URLs, so I'm just going to search for Google Teachable Machine here. That way I don't have to worry about as much about making typos. And sure enough, the first result that comes back is the URL they tell us about in the book, teachablemachine.withgoogle.com. So let's just go to that website. And just like it says in the book, we're going to say, let's get started so we can get started. What we're going to be doing for this project is training a model to recognize the word we're saying. Since we're listening to words and what someone's saying, that's audio. So we're going to create an audio project to get us started. Whenever you're doing audio models, one of the things you'll discover is they do a better job if they understand what background noise is. Because otherwise, if there's a fan going or a heater going, it may think that's you talking. So one of the first things you do when you're training something to recognize a word or any sound is you want it to learn what the background noise sounds like so it can differentiate between background noise and you talking or the sounds you're making. So the first thing we're going to do here is go to this background noise and we're going to add an audio sample of our background. So I'm going to choose microphone to teach it my background noise, and I'm going to tell it if you have, this is a little tip, if you are recording anything like this, samples, background noise, if you have a headset or an external microphone, they tend to be a little better recording quality than your laptop microphones. So I'm actually going to use my external microphone, Elgato Wave. It's possible you just have the one microphone. If so, that's cool, use that one. But if you do have a headset with a microphone or something, it'll usually do a better job. So I'm selecting the microphone I want to use. And then I'm going to record 20 seconds of silence so it can capture 20 samples, which is the minimum. Captures 1 sample per second. Feel free to hit fast forward after I start doing this because you're now going to have a riveting 20 seconds of video of listening to the background noise of me not talking. So do feel free to fast forward 20 seconds, but I'll show it here for completion. Okay, that was 20 seconds of silence on purpose, so it would understand the background noise in my office. Then I have to remember to choose extract sample so it can extract what the background noise sounded like during that 20 seconds. So each second it took 1 sample. You can sort of see some blue fuzzy lines on there. That's an indication it is capturing some sort of input. If it shows all black, then maybe your microphone's not corrected and you might just want to check that microphone input. All right. So now the model knows what background noise sounds like. Now I want to teach it a word. And I'm going to teach it the word happy because I want to display a certain image on my microbit when I say the word happy. Right now, this class is called Class 2. I actually want to rename that to something I'll remember. So I'm going to use that little pencil to say I want to edit the name of the class, and I'm just going to call it Happy. The name you use here does matter. Later on, when you are writing the code for the microbit, you're going to use these class names. So make sure you remember what those names are. So I'm calling mine Happy, and then it needs audio samples of me saying the word happy. And it needs a minimum of 8, so that's going to be 8 seconds worth. So again, I have to choose that little microphone button. I'm going to tell it to use my good microphone, and I'm going to record me saying happy for 2 seconds. Happy, happy, happy. When I'm done, then I say extract sample, and it's captured 2 samples, because that was 2 seconds worth. Feel free to fast forward about 20-30 seconds into the video, because I now have to record enough samples of me saying happy. So I'm going to repeat that process a few more times, saying happy in different ways, different speeds. Happy, 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 happy. Happy, happy. Happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. Okay, I now have 10 samples of me saying the word happy. You can record as many as you want. Having more samples will result in better accuracy. It'll do a better job. But I also want to be able to say the word sad to make my microbit display a little sad face. So I need another class where I have samples of me saying the word sad. So I'm going to go down here where it says add a class, click on that, and I'm going to use the little pencil to rename that to a class called sad instead of class 3. Remember, those class names do matter in your code, so you probably want to rename them. And then I'm going to, again, choose microphone to add some samples of me saying the word sad. Feel free to fast forward about 30 seconds. I have to go through this, choose my microphone, and record samples of me saying sad. I'm including it here for completeness, but feel free to jump ahead 30 seconds in the video. Sad, sad. Sad, 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 sad. Sad, sad. Sad, sad. Sad, 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 sad. Okay, so I recorded and extracted samples from each of my recordings, and now I have at least 8 samples of each. If I don't have 8, it's not going to let me move forward. It's going to force me to record more before it'll continue. But once you have enough samples, you can choose Train Model, which, when we click, will basically analyze the digital signatures of every time I said the word happy versus sad. And based on that, it's now going to start being able to recognize live if I say the word happy or sad. So it's already trained the model now. It didn't take too long. And you can see here that it's actually showing me what it's detecting live right now because the input's turned on. So if I go quiet, we should see background noise show up because it's saying all I'm hearing is background noise. So I'm going to go quiet and see if this orange bar gets longer. That's a good sign. Now let's try saying the word happy and see if that red bar pops up saying, I know you're saying the word happy. Happy, 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 happy. Cool. It definitely seems to recognize that. Now we can try the word sad, and we'll see if that purple bar goes up when I say sad. Sad, 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 sad. So, hey, we've successfully trained a model that seems to be able to recognize when I'm saying nothing, or saying the word happy, or saying the word sad. So now what we want to do, maybe save it, just in case we want to come back and make changes later. This isn't in the book, but just in case you want to save it, you can go to the little what they call the hamburger in the top left corner, and you can say download the project as a file. It'll create a .tm file, and later you can just open that project. So I'll just download that, and that'll save the file to my laptop as project.tm. It's probably in my downloads folder, but I can go look that up. And then I can reopen that if I want to come and work on this tomorrow or later on. You don't have to do that. It's just an option. What you do need to do, though, is you need to export this model and put it somewhere that your microbit's going to be able to find it later. So we choose Export Model, and we're going to upload our model to the cloud. So what that's really doing when you choose Upload My Model is it's taking a copy of this trained model that knows what me saying happy is, knows how to recognize me saying happy, it knows how to recognize me saying sad, and it's taking this trained model and uploading it to a web server somewhere out in that wonderful world of the cloud. And then it's going to give me an address. Here we go. This address here, which I'm going to copy, maybe copy that to a document somewhere, because I'm going to need that later on when I write the code to tell my microbit to use this model to figure out if I'm saying happy or sad. So congratulations, you've trained a model and you've got an address so it can be placed so that your microbit can find it when we move further on. Happy coding.